What up and welcome to the Golden Era. We've got games 5, we've got game 6. We got some teams trying to come back from 3-0, come back from 3-1. Will it happen? Let's find out. Let's get to game 5, Warriors-Wolves early on in this one. Lead on top by 1. Deontay Dixon bottoms the triple early timeout. Still first quarter. Abiz Ojale going to work. Inside, can't get that. Kick out, swing. Inside, knocked away. Russell Kingston going to work. Another look at his block there on Abiz Ojale in the paint. 4-point lead, Javon Roll. The pump, the flyby, the lay-in, the beauty. Had 40 points the last time these two teams were hanging out in the Bay Area. He's doing it again, the triple, and it's a 12-point lead early on in the second quarter. 10 points. Here's Darian Hairston trying to get a little bit of a rally back for Minnesota. 2 points there, 2 points here on Lingard. Tries to get the foul, does not get the call. Lingard, though, answering on the other end. One more look at it, the spin around Darian Hairston, then the two-handed jam, and the Warriors lead by 10. 8-point lead at this point. Here comes Javon Roll, leaving Shamar Poole behind, and the foul, and the lead up to double figures. And then the turnaway. Abiz Ojale just not having a great night. It's Damian Pack getting that bucket to go. Foul here, an aggressive one, knocking Javon Roll to the ground. Abiz Ojale grimacing after that. Not too happy with the way things are going. He'll be happier after that. Jam, and it's a 9-point game. He looks spry. Still 9. Here comes Cuxix. Kick out. Hairston, the wide open triple won't go. But Darian Hairston, Abiz Ojale with the finish. Triple on the other end. And here comes Minnesota. Down by 3. 6-point game at this point. But you cannot let Javon Roll get open. Burying a triple, and just like that, back to 9. We got ourselves a 7-point game. Abiz Ojale, the quick trigger, layup underneath, gets this thing back closer. He's doing everything he can, a little on and off. Didn't have a great start, but they just have no answer for Javon Roll, just like the last time we squared off in Golden State. To the rack goes Javon Roll, gets the foul, flexing at the crowd, letting them know this is his territory. One more look at this one. The handoff, the drive, the foul. Gets it to go over top of Michael Cooper. Here's the steal from Deontay Dixon off of Darian Hairston. And then the poster at the other end. 34 apiece from both Roll and Dixon. Ojale, his struggles continue at home. 18, or on the road, 18 points in the loss. Eastern Conference, what do we got? The Heat, one win away from wrapping it up with a 131-104 win. The Nets cannot wrap it up, as this one is a Magic win, 2 straight to force Game 6 back in Orlando, and then call it quits. Overtime, Celtics take care of business, 30 from Amari Swift in the victory, 146-139. Boston moving on, avenging their series loss a year ago to Milwaukee. Head to the Western Conference, where the Rockets go up 3-2 with a 109-87 win. The Thunder keep their season alive, 35-10-11 from Jacoby Cleave's triple-double. Makes that a 3-2 series lead. And then the Venom, they can't close things out. It's the Sonics getting a 116-96 victory thanks to 33 points from Alshon Webb. So a lot of Game 6s, 4 of them in the Western Conference. Let's get to it. First one up, Warriors and the Wolves. Pick this thing up late fourth quarter, 9-point lead for the Wolves. 2 points from Caden Dickerson trying to mount the comeback. Abiz Ojale can't get it. Darian Hairston sure can. No box out. And the two-handed reverse slam has us at a 9-point game. Caden Dickerson out to Deontay Dixon. The triple falls. And with a minute left, the Warriors still have hope. Abiz Ojale says, let me quiet that down a little bit. Driving right past Sasha Kasparov with Russell Kingston out due to fouling out. Caden Dickerson, the answer. You need a stop. It's a 6-point game. You can't leave a man wide open. And the Wolves forcing Game 7 back in the Bay. 119-111. One more to check out. How about this? Sub 10 seconds. The season on the line. Vegas leading by 2. Everett kicks. Webb at the buzzer just about with 1 second left. We're going to overtime. Let's get to overtime. Las Vegas up by 1. Chance to eliminate the Sonics. Alshon Webb, the two-handed slam. Next time down, kick out. Lamar Gibbs, corner, pocket 3 is good. and it's a 4-point Seattle lead with 1 minute to go. PJ Williams, pull up, triple off the screen, gets that, and we're right back to 1 point. Here is Alshon Webb, though. Been great when he's driving. That's what he does. The hop step, the bucket, and with 44 seconds left, Seattle on top by 3. Kai Udry answering the bell. Quick 2 points. We're right back where we were a moment ago. Alshon Webb, though, just unstoppable with a one-handed slam and a chance to close this thing out. PJ Williams decides not to pull up, drives to the rack. Interesting decision. We've got a Game 7 on deck, 114-110 Seattle. Game 7 coming to you in Miami because Jonathan Kuminga with 23 points, John Morant with 19, and Miami avoids elimination against Chicago. We're going back. The 69-win Bulls are going to have to win one more to get to the second round. The Nets, though, they're going to finish things off. Trey Hunter fouls out in this one. Doesn't matter because the Nets have the option. Savion White with 25, Rashawn Matthews with 26, and the Nets advance yet again. In the Western Conference, Rockets close up shop with a 109-98 win. 23 points from Darnell Gist in this one. And then the Thunder can't close out the Suns. Cade Cunningham finally awakens with a 24-point night. Jacoby Cleaves the triple-double. And Oklahoma City is going to have to head back to Phoenix with a deciding Game 7 on the line. Now 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 first-round series are going to a deciding Game 7. I don't even know how long it's been since we've had 4 first-round series go to Game 7. Last couple of years, we've had a couple of them. But let's start with Minnesota Golden State because this series feels like it's going to be defined based off how Abiz Ojale plays. When he has been at home, he's been great. He's had 2 triple-doubles in this series. He's averaging 31 points, 17 rebounds. He's getting 17 field goal attempts and 12 free throw attempts per game. In the 3 games so far on the road, 19 points, 7 for 16, just 5 free throws. It really feels like ultimately that's what's going to decide this series. Do we get an MVP performance out of Abiz Ojale, or do we get a downhill, eruptive night from Javon Roll, who has been fantastic in this series? That is what this feels like it's hinging on. If the Wolves can get stops and they can slow down Javon Roll, and if Abiz Ojale looks like an MVP. He has not looked like that in Chase Center. If that happens in Game 7, Minnesota's got a chance at winning this series and getting the only road win of this series as we head to a Game 7. Let's head to Phoenix and Oklahoma City as Phoenix storming back from down 3-1. To me, the big question mark is Cade Cunningham back. First 5 games of this series, he averaged 9 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, shot 27% from the floor, and was -3 on average in those first 5 games. In Game 6, 24, 10, and 13. Not great, but better. 43% from the floor and +8. It feels like that's what we are looking at will be the deciding game here because Cade Cunningham has not been good in the series. And then for the last couple games, or at least last game individually, he was much better. If he's a good version of him, the Suns, I think, can finish this comeback. Also, worth shouting out, Game 5 and Game 6, this run that Jacoby Cleaves is on. 35, 10, and 11 in the Game 5 win, and then 24, 11, and 10. So back-to-back triple-doubles from Jacoby Cleaves. It's more of about time he's getting help, but this guy has been absolutely elite in these last 2 games and really the series as a whole to try to get Phoenix the 3-1 comeback against Oklahoma City. Let's head 2-7. We've got the Sonics rallying back against the Venom. Also a 3-1 comeback as the Venom try to pull off a huge upset, one of the biggest upsets in recent season history in the NBA. The Sonics need something else besides Alshon Webb because he has been an elite downhill threat. He's been great in the series. He's been unstoppable. He was fantastic when he didn't shoot 3-pointers in Game 6. They win that game in overtime. Probably should have won it not in overtime because Alshon Webb was shooting too many threes early on. He's got to be a downhill attacker into the paint. If he does that, I think the Sonics can win this series. But The problem is, what else are they going to get? They have not gotten big production from any of the guys they gave extensions to. Mao Chung-Lu has been up and down. Donnell Everett, Alexander Songalia. Nicholas Cherry has been phased out of the rotation in the last couple games of this series. That, to me, is going to be what decides. It's because the Venom actually have looked really good because of their depth. Does P.J. Williams, does Corey Flynn have a big night? They'll need that from these non-all-star guys going toe-to-toe against Alshon Webb. He's good. What does the rest of this group look like? And lastly, somehow, Jonathan Kuminga, Goonies never say die, Jonathan Kuminga has gotten this thing to a seventh deciding game against the against the Chicago Bulls. I don't know how much longer this can last, but Kuminga's been elite. This feels like the end of the road. I know they just won at home. They've won 2 games at home. They've won in Chicago. But eventually, unless they're going to get some big production out of Ja Morant, who has been atrocious in this series, I think this is it. And it's going to end up with Chicago taking Game 7 at home, keeping a 69-win season alive, forcing their way into the second round. Maybe not glamorously, but you got to get to 4 wins. And if Chicago can, I think they can get to 4 wins at home just because eventually this has to crack. In the same way that you feel like eventually it has to crack for Las Vegas, it feels that way here for Miami. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm picking it to happen, but it has been a dramatic run. It feels like, though, clock is pretty darn close to midnight for Cinderella and Miami. We're coming back, Game 7, reactions. What happens? What are we looking at into the second round? Up next.